And welcome back, survivors, to Let's Play ARK Aberration. Oop, running the wrong way. And yes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is up on the roof. He's not in the house, he's on the house. And I just started up the game, so everything's not quite loaded in yet, I don't think. I did notice, I was so excited when I named him Dwayne the Rock Drake Johnson. It didn't take his whole name, it left off the last N. So it said Dwayne the Rock Drake Johnson. So I just took the O out and stuck an N on the end. So it still says Dwayne the Rock Drake Johnson because I didn't think Dwayne the Rock Drake was quite as funny. Let's see. Anyway, I've been a busy little bee. Oh, that was helpful. We'll just fall down. I did make a quick trip to the island. Woo! What was it Woody said about Buzz Lightyear? Falling with style. Although I think I'm going to plunge into the ocean at this speed. I'm going insanely fast. That may just be the safest way to land. It's just to hit the water. Holy moly. That was fun. It was totally worth it. And I then I went by Scorched Earth and and got some more silk because the armor I'm wearing, the desert armor, since it's ascended armor, I went through a whole bunch of that silk that I got last time. And oh, so many fun things that happened. Right before I left, actually as I was leaving, I put everything away, and then I transferred myself off, and then the game crashed mid-transfer. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen when I started back up. It did bring me back here, but I lost a lot of stuff. I lost my little Therizino chibi that I had that was level 2. So I just picked up I had another Therizino chibi, I just didn't want to carry it around. And I think I've got another chibi that may have some points on it, but I couldn't find it in all the chibis, and honestly, I didn't want to look, because I have lots and lots and lots of chibis. So I just grabbed the T-Rex chibi and said, you're coming with me. And I lost my long neck, which I replaced it. It's not as good, but it is what it is. And I lost a few other things that I was able to replace. A hazmat suit. I don't remember what else. It was some other little things. It wasn't anything too terrible, although I'll miss that long neck. And I missed the chibi, because it was level 2. All that could have been prevented, though. It was my fault. If I had simply saved the world. Gone in, use admin command, save world, before I left. And look, Meg Ryan's sitting on a chair of eggs. That's hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, I will take the blame for it, even though I didn't cause the crash. And you might wonder why I've got things organized this way. I've got my breeders over here. Star-Lord and Gamora. Remember, those were the ones we went with later. And that's where the other Ravagers come from. So these are my ferocious fighty critters. And then over here are the gatherers and um, Spider Gwen, because I didn't know where to put Spider Gwen. I'm thinking Dwayne the Rock Drake Johnson might be slowly damaging the roof, but I'm not sure. So what else have I been doing? I've been doing some remodeling on the inside a little bit. You know, I've added some more vaults, more metal runs. I just need to replace these two with metal vaults, and then it will all be complete. You know, I'm still running these things all the time because there's just a crazy amount of metal up here where I'm at. I did add another refrigerator because this one got full of berries and stuff. So I put mushrooms in this one. I have not made mushroom stew, mushroom brew, whatever it's called. But if I do, I'll have the mushrooms handy. And I won't have to keep carrying around on the dinosaurs, and that's one of the things that drives me nuts. I did install the industrial grill. I've used it a few times already. And let me get some wood out of here. I had never made one of these before. It's kind of cool. But it's like I don't need it after I made it. I made it while I was on the island because it was so expensive to make. So many resources. It was an insane amount of metal to make this. But yeah, it's a grinder, and I don't have one of these anywhere else. So you can take like wood, and I can throw it in here. I've already got gas in here. We'll turn it on, and it says, look, you can make thatch. And so I'll say, turn all that wood into thatch. And so it takes that stack of wood, which was 100 wood, and it turns it into, I think it's 350 thatch. And look how fast it's going. It's crazy. Oh, no, my bad. That was 500 thatch. Alright, so maybe it just does that with fungal wood, but whatever. Anyway, it's a bunch of thatch. Ironically enough, I don't really need thatch at the moment. So I don't know, I probably wasted all that metal building that thing for nothing. Oh, and since every time I respawn on a different map, you get your inventory full of costumes and junk like that. One of them is, I think it's a trophy you get for beating the Overseer on the island. It's not even rendered in. There it goes. I thought I'll go ahead and pop that in here because it looks pretty cool. And I think I've put one. I think I put one on Scorched Earth. I know I have one in my trophy room on the island. And I'm thinking when I get the artifacts, that I'm going to put artifacts over there on the other side of this little walkway. Artifacts from the caves. But we need to get on with what I want to do today. And today, I want to build a greenhouse. And this has been a challenge, to be honest. I had looked at possibly building on the cliff using I think it's called a cliff platform. So I thought I'll build a cliff platform, and I'll stick it up here, and I'll use an elevator to get up there and get down, and I'll run the water up there and all that kind of stuff. But then I was like, because I got in trouble in Scorched Earth, and I built a greenhouse in a spot where it looked sunny, but it wasn't getting any of the greenhouse effect in that particular location. So I had to rip it all down, waste all those resources, and rebuild it somewhere else. So I did make a little test, kind of like a little testing greenhouse thing, and I'll show you a picture right now. and I thought I would only get 30% greenhouse effect, but it said 45, and so I'm not sure what that means. So we're just gonna go with it, and we're gonna build it right here, not under here, but right out here in this area, and it's gonna be kind of small compared to my usual greenhouses because I don't need a lot of stuff, and I shouldn't have to do any speedy up bits because I've got everything. I think I've already made everything that I need. So we're gonna start off with just some thatch foundations, because this will help me keep things lined up, you know, with the current base. And so, like, the first corner of the greenhouse will go right here. Yeah. And it is gonna be kind of small. And it will have to be plumbed. With plumbing. Not plumbed as in straight plumb. Or plumbed like with the fruit. Plum. So 1, 2, 3. Go 3 by 3. Hey, whoever's pushing me with their tail, stop it. Isosceles, who's you? Ugly stick. Hit me with your tail. How am I going to do this? I haven't really thought through the plumbing part. And I usually make them 4 by 3. But like I said, I don't need as much this time. So, where do I want the door to be? I guess I want the entrance to be here. That's going to make the plumbing a mess. But, okay, whatever. Oh, I don't need to equip fist. I just want to demolish it. Hit the little T-Rex in his gigantic noggin. Your head is like a melon. Okay, so let's go ahead and deal with some of this plumbing. Door there. Plumbing here. This is going to be weird and probably not make a lot of sense. But, so what? It's snapping to something, but I can't see when it snapped. Oh. You know what? I'll call that good. It's my turn. It's not really script. It's a lie. The cake is a lie. You want fiddle faddle? Good enough. Good enough. Then let's run. Run all of this everywhere I don't want to run it. Well, I'm committed now. I can't even see that. I'm assuming it's snapping in place. We're just going to assume it snapped in the right spot. Because, you know, why wouldn't we? I can't even see that pipe. How about that? You like apples? How about them apples? And means that has to be yes right there. And yes right there. And okay, most of this piping is going to be hidden anyway, so I'm not too worried about it, but I do want to make sure it works. And then we'll use the flexible pipe between these two, like that. And the top of the pipe is blue, that means it has water. So, yay! That's not at all what I envisioned, and I used way too many of these little intersections, but... And I don't have any vertical pipe. Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, now I have extra. It's always good to have extra. It's a lot. The other vertical. We're going to wait for the earthquake to calm down. It should go here. We'll stick the plumbing right there. Alright, here we go. No more earthquake. Boom. That looks huge, but whatever. Alright, so now put this piece in, like so. Got that sticking out of there. Right, and we'll finish. Come on, inventory. Finish the plumbing in a minute. Walls, doors, stuff, and more stuff. Yeah, so I think I want the door to be here. You know, being this close to the base, it may cause problems. But you already know what I'm going to say. I don't care. Let's move this down here to the hotbar in place of my Aberration He-Man sword. Yeah, I haven't done it much in this series, but I normally carry a melee weapon in that 4th slot. Just for, you know, when I get in a pickle. And let's start over here. That looks backwards. Maybe my brain is backwards. That, we'll put one there, one up here, and then we'll figure out, hey, I got lucky. It was there, and there. That one goes there, and there. You know, and I'm basing this off the pretty much the same design I use on the other ARKs, which, you know, I stole that design off of somebody on YouTube. So I'll provide a link. Their greenhouse is larger than this one. That we're almost done. I should have put another door over here. That would have been smarter, but oh well. It took me a long time to get the crystal to make all this, and the crystal to make the little testing areas. Now I'm trapped in my own greenhouse. It's like, where is the rest of the stuff? Why didn't I just take it all? Take it all. Alright, so up here, we're going to put one of these like that. Nope, no. And one like that. Ooh, looks like it might be it. We'll just have to see how well things get watered in here. And where did my little dog go? I'm missing, or I never made, the water. I don't know what they're called. The water squirters. I think I just make them in my inventory, so I don't know where I've put them. There they are. Of course. And yeah, I made everything out of metal, except for the little irrigation boxes, whatever they're called. Irrigation taps, because I don't want them to look like this. To me, that, I don't know. I've seen that in some greenhouses. It may be in the greenhouse in the video that I have linked down below, but to me that looks weird. And the only reason I'm using metal piping is because I already had the metal piping going, so thought I'd continue it. But to me that just seems more, I don't know, looks more natural, if you will. I don't want it to rain on our head. Make it rain right there. Why not? Just rain on my head. Alright, so all that's left now is the hardest part, and that's putting down some crop plots. And I'm not even sure how many I can cram in here, because like I said, this is not normally the size I would use. I do use the medium crop plots though, and the big ones are just too big, and I can't grow as many items or many variety of items as I would like to, especially on like the island where I was making kibble and all kinds of stuff. Put one there, and I'm not going to touch the right stick, and I'm going to come over here like this, and I can see that we are, oh, so much for not touching the right stick. Well, anyway, on the island I needed a larger variety of veggies and berries and stuff than I do here. So that's why the greenhouse is smaller. You know, in a perfect world, I could get 4 of these going across. In a perfect world. I'm going to start at this corner. See, it's the end of the wall, but that side's infer, so okay, that's pretty straight. That front corner is going in a little. There we go. There we go. So right there looks pretty square. And then, wow. These are horrible rows, guys. I'm just going to slap it in there. Boom. Who cares? all that fiddling. Who cares? And he just throws it down. And you know, what am I going to grow in here? I am going to grow the vegetables, the crops, because you know, you can't find those in the wild. I'm not worried about the red, the blue, or the yellow berries. I'm not worried about mushrooms. Can't seem to swing a dead cat without getting tons of all of those. It's just the crops and narco berries and stem berries. You can never have enough narco berries and stem berries. It looks like this is probably the only other row I'm going to get in here, and it's not even remotely straight. But, you know, that's because I quit caring about 7 plots ago. Can I get another? I can turn one this way. I wouldn't have dead space. That's fine. And, hey, voila. I'm out of crops. Or I'm out of plots. I need 1 plot. Oh, let's see what this says. Greenhouse effect, 300%. And irrigation, 400 of 400 irrigated. Killing it. My base is so big. Yeah, stuff won't render if I walk away. I turn my back on it. The Xbox One is like, nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna render that. You're on your own, pal. You just take your polygons and enjoy them. Good enough? Good enough. Good enough? Good enough. Okay. No, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. What? I meant to turn it long ways. Or was it long ways? I can't tell anymore. I think it was. Did I do this whole row wrong? I don't know what's going on anymore. Boom. Okay, fine. Fine. Whatever. So now we need some seeds, and oddly enough, I have some of those right here. Boink. So now I gotta figure out what we're gonna grow in our garden. That little corner pipe is gonna stick up above everything. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not caring. I'm trying really hard not to care. Alright, so we have 4, 3, 12, 13, 14 plots. And we've got how many kinds of seeds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 14 plots. You know what that means? Me neither. Alright, these are overrated. Citroma. It's the lemony looking ones. Stick them in the corner. Because you hardly ever use them. And I don't know that I want to put more than one in there. So some other big plants, hey, that I put in. What are some of the other big ones? Corn, yep. Throw some long grass in there. More long grass. You know what? Let's do. Leave that blank. Right. We're gonna make this narco berries. Which one's the narco seed? No. Boink. And Yes. Yes. Woohoo! Hit the wrong button and I jump. Make those narco berries. We'll make. Oh, come on. Make this stem berries. Which one's stem? That one? Nope. Not gonna put it in there. There we go. And I did it without jumping. Okay, did that actually go in? It did. Alright, so narco, stem, stem. Carrots are short. Let's put them in the front. Rock-a-root. Such a funny name. Is that those? No. Savroot. Grass. Rock-a-root. Oh, it's rock carrot, because it's a carrot. And again, with the wrong buttons. Throw another carrot in there. That leaves taters. So we'll throw some taters over here. And that's our... Nope. That's those. Savroot. More taters. Medjoes. Several medjoes. Oh yeah, back here. Got stuff there. Stuff there. There. Yeah, okay, so I think we'll fill up the rest with medjo berries. And like I said, it's not wanting to cooperate. Tinto here. Do we have anything there yet? We do. Taters. Oh, we'll put some red berries. I use a lot of those, but they are pretty easy to come by. Alright, so we're just going to run through, see if they all say seeded. Seeded, 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 and seeded. Okay. It's not a door. Here's our door. This will probably be the last, significant build on this base. Well, there might be one more. When we get around to taming Reaper Kings, I will need to build another structure, but it won't actually be part of the base. And after I raise one up, I make it real. Hey, you should have lots of fertilizer, and you do. You're such a good boy. I'll have to find some more people for you. Stew. So we have poo and do. Poodoo. See what I did there? And so, yeah, we just need to deposit fertilizer, deposit fertilizer, deposit fertilizer, deposit fertilizer, deposit, deposit, deposit. There, deposit, deposit. Hopefully I've got enough. Maybe not. Deposit. I probably should have started with the narco berries. Do I have any left? Oh, wow. Wowie, wow, wow. That worked out perfect. And look, I might have growing rates turned up. Surely not. I have everything else cranked up Why not growing rates? All right. So we are in the farming business. I hope it looks cool from the air. Probably doesn't look as cool with Isosceles' butt, you know, in it. Nobody else's tail is actually in the structure. Let's get a bird's eye view. You're not a... Yeah, you're not a bird. Hey, you. Down here. Come on. Come on. Come on. You want to do it. See, I told you. Ah, looks pretty interesting from up here. Let's take a flyby. It's too far away. Can't see anything. And we're flying by too fast. I do have a crazy idea. Let's try this. Go up here. And... it is a crazy idea. It's also a lot of fun. I will admit. So there we are, Aberration Base. He's gonna sit up there. Why is he not following me? He should be following me around. Oops. I landed. Why aren't you following? Don't make me come up there and get you, young man. Come on, don't let a little thing like a building stop you. You're Dwayne the Rock Drake Johnson. There we go. Okay, well I think I accidentally stopped the recording, but whatever, that's fine. We were done anyway. So we got the greenhouse done. Next episode, I think we are going to head into one of the caves. So I can get one of the artifacts. In fact, I'll need 4 of them. And I'll explain why then. But I think we're going to make a cave run next episode. I think the episode after that, I think we might do one final search and rescue mission for our Ravagers. And then at some point in the very near future, we need to start gearing up for the Rockwell fight, you know, so we can leave Aberration and move on to Extinction. But thanks for joining me, and I will catch you next time.